Hi Shell Point, I'm Christy Skinner, your Senior Director of Healthcare Services. Happy to bring you another edition of the Medical Minute. We are certainly blessed in Florida with wonderful weather, but there are certain times of year, particularly in the hot summer months, when we need to pay close attention to the heat. As much as I love the sun, the heat can quickly overpower us, causing heat exhaustion and/or heat stroke. Heat exhaustion happens when the body loses excessive water and salt, usually due to sweating. Signs and symptoms include sweating, pale, ashen, and moist skin, muscle cramps, fatigue and weakness, headache and dizziness, nausea and vomiting, rapid heart rate. Uncontrolled heat exhaustion can quickly evolve into heat stroke. Heat stroke is a condition caused by your body overheating, usually as a result of prolonged exposure to heat or physical exertion in high temperatures. This is the most serious form of heat injury and is defined when the body temperature rises above 104 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. The condition is most common in the summer months. Heat stroke requires emergency attention and treatment. Untreated heat stroke can rapidly damage your internal organs, including your brain, heart, kidneys, and muscles. The longer treatment is delayed, the damage is worsened and complications become more severe, inclusive of death. What are the signs and symptoms of heat stroke? High body temperature, 104 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Altered mental status, confusion, agitation, or slurred speech are just a few examples. Changes in your sweating. In heat stroke brought on by hot weather, your skin will feel hot and dry to the touch. If heat stroke is brought on by exercise, your skin may feel dry or slightly moist. Lack of sweating despite the heat. Racing heart rate. Your pulse may significantly increase because heat stress places a tremendous burden on our heart to help try to cool your body down. Headache. There are two primary causes of heat stroke. Classic heat stroke, which is caused by being exposed to hot environment. This leads to a rise in the core body temperature. Typically, this is due to being exposed to hot, humid weather for prolonged periods of time and most typically impacts older adults. The other cause of heat stroke, exertional heat stroke, is caused when the core body temperature rises due to intense activity in hot weather. Anyone exercising or working in hot weather can get this kind of heat stroke, but you are more apt to be affected if you are not acclimated to these types of conditions. There are certain things that we can control that can bring on the condition, such as wearing excessive clothes that prevent sweating, drinking alcohol, and not drinking enough water, causing dehydration. There are also certain factors that increase your risk to heat stroke. They are increased age, certain medications, vasoconstrictors, beta blockers, and diuretics, exertion in hot weather, sudden exposure to hot weather, certain health conditions such as heart and lung disease. So let's focus on prevention. Heat stroke many times is preventable and predictable. As we age, staying hydrated is important for a number of reasons, and with heat stroke, it is no exception. Staying hydrated is probably one of the most important steps so you can help your body sweat to regulate its temperature properly. Do not wait until you are thirsty to drink. That is already a sign you are approximately 10% dehydrated. Wear loose-fitting and light clothes that allow you to sweat and cool your body properly. Stay out of the heat at peak times of the day when possible. If you are going to exercise, try early morning exercise or later evening exercise. Protect against sunburn, as this affects your body's ability to cool itself properly. Use sunscreen at the appropriate SPF as directed. Try acclimating to the heat. So what happens if you feel like you are overheated? We have resources on campus to check your condition if you feel at all that you are medically compromised. If you really feel like you have signs and symptoms of heat stroke, call 911. You can additionally call the call center and the village call nurse. Some first aid tips for overheating are: if you are outdoors, move to a shaded area to get out of the sun. Fan over the person. Apply a cooling pack or an ice pack to the armpits, the groin, the neck, and the back. These are areas rich in blood vessels close to the skin, and they will reduce temperature quickly. Monitor your urine for dark color as a possible sign of dehydration. Do not force the victim to drink water or allow them to take pain relievers or salt tablets. I hope you have enjoyed this edition of the Medical Minute and found it helpful. We want you to be healthy and safe, so if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me at christyskinner@shellpoint.org. Until next time, stay healthy.